What's up, you guys? It's your girl Amber, and today I want to talk to you guys about a term or phrase that I learned last year while taking a class at the weekend soiree. And it was so clarifying for me to have this explanation that I needed to, I feel like, define how I feel about myself, but also explain it to others really easily. So I definitely felt like I needed to share this with you guys. But before I kind of get into it, I want to say, my bad, y'all. I know I said I would put out a lot of content, and honestly, I thought I was going to, but I wasn't expecting the emotional roller coaster that hit me during this time. It kind of had me feeling unmotivated, and it was really hard to get myself to do most things, especially recording videos. So while that was lacking, my self-care was thriving. So I decided to take majority of the time to actually take care of myself, because I want to feel good when I put out content, you know what I'm saying? Or else I'll just hate it and you guys won't get anything from me. Anyway, I learned a lot about my emotions and how to deal with it, and that's why I put a pause on part 2 and part 3 of dealing with my emotions that are coming out. Look out for your girl, I do have more videos coming out. And shout out to my community app people, text me y'all, that voted for the next videos that are coming out. So you guys make sure you get on there and text me, because I ask you guys a lot of things and you guys know everything that comes out before. You guys can get motivational stuff, so make sure you guys sign up. Now back to the video. The term that I wanted to teach you guys is masculine of center. I mean, think about it though. Doesn't it just explain things really well, right? Right away, it made me think about how when people come up to me and they're just and so interested in me, and they're just like,
how would you explain yourself? How would you define yourself?
And now I can just be like, I'm a woman of masculine center. Boom! I just feel like it's such a good explanation, you know what I'm saying? No other words necessary at that point. And I just feel like it goes with a lot of us and how we grew up. Think about daddy's girls, or girls that grew up with brothers, or those of us that just like to go outside and be in the dirt and hike and hunt and fish, and sporty girls. I feel like it just really defines people. And before I go further, I want to say that I believe that this defines people of all walks of life, whether it be LGBTQIA, any race, any culture. But with that being said, when we took the class, it was LGBT, mostly lesbians, that were discussing how this affects our life and our lifestyle. So some of the labels that we decided fit in this are androgynous, boy, girl, queer. And the reason why that was added is because it encompasses more than somebody's orientation, so a lot of people can fall within that. Gender non-conforming or genderless, dyke, poppy, and one that I thought was really cute, Tinder boys, which I've never heard before, but that makes sense actually. Now, after we discussed labels, we went into privileges that we have being women of masculine center, as well as threats that happen to us, as well as stereotypes. So the first thing I want to talk about is privilege. And within that, most of us realize that we have a bro privilege. And you guys know what that means, when we get invited to things that most feminine women don't get invited to, boys or men feel comfortable around us having the locker room talk. Now, I do get hit on by men a lot, but I do feel like men are more comfortable around me, because when they're out with me, it doesn't look like they're on a date with me. It looks like with their homies, and then they invite me a lot to help them pull girls, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that I would have to say is a big privilege in this is that we don't have to constantly prove our queerness. I think right away our sexuality is validated by the way that we appear, you know what I'm saying? If we appear more masculine than most, then they accept us for that. Our identity is respected, and our sexuality is automatically validated in most cases. And that brings me to the threats that we have. Some others were saying, no, actually, this is a threat to my life, because people are constantly trying to treat me like a man. They think that I want to be a man, so they treat me as such. And that does happen a lot as well. Some people get confused by us. They think that we're confused, so then that confuses them. And one thing that's a threat to us is that we are not represented, or we're not seen enough, and sometimes not respected for our sexuality in certain ways, like being represented in media, right? Thank God for Lena Waithe being in rooms that we need to be in Hollywood, that helps us get seen or represented on TV. If you guys haven't seen 20s yet, that show has the first masculine lesbian lead role, and the show is amazing. So I just hope for more opportunities like that, because she is definitely paving the way for most of us, and as well as there's a lot of creators on YouTube that are doing that as well. So we just gotta keep going, you know what I mean? And that brings me to the last category of stereotypes, which has been an ongoing theme throughout this whole thing, that masculine women want to be men, and that's just not the truth. Now, I can't speak for a lot of my gender non-conforming or genderless humans that have decided to transition. I feel like that's a different situation, because I've had a lot of friends actually go about that process within the last year, and I'm just happy for them because they're happy. But a lot of us masculine women that are cis females do just like being masculine. We don't want to be men. There's there's also a stereotype that more masculine women are closely connected to heteronormative ideals. And that means that we only support or we only look at legitimate relationships as a masculine and a feminine, right? We like a stud and a femme. I would have to say that like it does happen sometimes where we look down or we talk shit about stud on stud or femme on femme. And I did pop into the feminine of center class, and that was one thing that they said is I'm a femme that is attracted to other femmes, and I feel like I'm not supported or people don't feel like my relationship is legitimate or serious because it's femme on femme, or I get looked at as just sexual objects by men in public, which I can understand that, right? So I definitely feel like we all go through our own obstacles, but it's all about supporting and being more open-minded to all the different variations that we have within our community. You feel me? And the last stereotype that they felt like was put on us masculine women is that we're not connected to our emotions, we're always angry, we always feel like we have something to prove, we don't support other masculine women, that we're cheaters, and there was just a lot of things like that. And I just feel like that can't be far from true. I feel like if you experience that, that's that one person, that's that one situation. Don't put it on every single person, because listen, I'm emotional. I just said that at the beginning. I'm connected to my emotions. I'm a sweetheart. You feel me? But that doesn't mean that I won't beat some if I need to. You feel me? Anyways, you guys, I have more videos coming up. Stay patient with your girl. Please add in any additions that you want to add to this conversation. And that's really what it is. I wanted to bring it up to start the conversation. Stay healthy, stay safe, you guys. And listen, don't be hard on yourself. If you feel like you're not being as productive as you want to be, it's okay. A lot of us are kind of going through that. Just find a healthy balance that works for you. Listen, I've taken so many days off recently where I just wanted to play Grand Theft Auto all day, and that was part of my self-care. So just don't be hard on yourself. We're all going through it, and we gotta do what's best for us. Anyways, stay amazing, stay proud, stay woke. I love you guys. Peace. But can we take a minute to look at my shirt real quick? Punani Train, baby. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like my favorite Supreme shirt. I just had to spread good vibes to you. You feel me? Spread good vibes.